Was Alexis about to defeat Yuri? You know, I'm a big GX fan from like 20 years ago. Actually, I don't know. Yeah, like about around 20 years ago. And I've never been a fan of Alexis, so I would like to see how she did against Yuri in R5. Yes. So let's watch.
Was Alexis about to defeat Yuri? In Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5, legacy characters returned.
Legacy characters, yes.
However, Alexis Rhodes got a so-so showcase of her dueling skills. Unfortunately for her, she was pit against Yuri, one of the main antagonists of Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5. In fact, Yuri was so confident in their duel, he basically used Ancient Gear Structure Deck to win.
Shut up! What? A structure deck? Is the special deck supplied to honored students like you? What? Which deck should I beat you with? That's crazy. Another student deck, not my own. Oh my god.
He did have to sneak super polymerization in his deck to make sure he secured the win. However,
okay, that's a different thing.
It didn't really look like Yuri tried too hard. This is such a shame as well because Alexis OTK'd 3 duelists just a couple episodes earlier. With her Cyber Angel Ritual deck, were there really no ways of her winning? With any alternative plays, could the outcome of the duel have been different? And while we're at it as well, we might as well analyze the 3v1 duel. But before we do that, we have to talk about today's sponsor, Figgies.
Figgies? Oh, I actually love this.
Little Yugi?
I actually love this. Not this brand in particular because I don't know it, but I like this type of art style.
Added, look how big the Yu-Gi-Oh! Figgies collection has grown. If you want to start your own collection, then use my discount code at
Alright, Chad, you know what to do.
Anime. And keep in mind, there's not just Yu-Gi-Oh! Figures. They have a bunch of other franchises too, be that
the Persona ones.
And guess what? My code works on all of those as well. Complete an entire collection if you fancy, or just pick up 1 or 2. It's completely up to you. Thank you, Figures, for sponsoring today's episode.
Looks so cool.
Now, let's jump into the duels.
Aha, duel 1.
The Battle Royale begins, and Alexis goes first. She draws, and her opening hand consists of Etwell Cyber, Cyber Angel Prima, Cyber Angel Vrash, and 3 Mysterious.
Wait. So she's actually playing one of the cards from GX, right? I feel like the other ones didn't do that. What was Aster Phoenix? Didn't do that. Interesting.
Cards. Alexis summons her Etwell Cyber to the field and then sets a mysterious card face down and ends her turn. Right, so the 2 mysterious cards in her hand and the 1 mysterious face down card on the field, never gonna be used, never gonna be seen. We have no idea what they are. She doesn't even use the face down card, so I actually have no idea what the set card would be. I'm assuming it's a trap, but Cyber Angels don't have any in-archetype trap.
I mean, it could be anything.
So it must be something generic or something else.
Yeah, it's Mirror Force.
Spell, this card right here, but this came out after the anime series, so most likely this doesn't exist at this point. So I'll leave it all to you.
Oh,
what set card?
Mystical Spatial Typhoon, yeah.
In the comment section below. It's fodder enemy number 1.
Fodder enemy number 1.
Penultimate turn of the duel. He draws. His opening hand consists of Armor K9 Cannon Boxer,
where are we
Armor
watching
K9
this?
Bullcopter, Polymerization, and 3 mysterious cards. He summons Armor K9 Cannon Boxer to the field. When summoned, its effect summons an Armor K9 monster in the hand that has a lower level than itself.
I just realized this guy was playing K9 before it was released.
When Bullcopter is special summoned to the field, its effect activates, which lets him add polymerization from the deck straight to the hand. He adds polymerization.
Yeah, I know they are not the same ones, but she's playing one of the cards that she originally had, like the original version.
Field to make full K9 Bull Fortress. He activates its effect by sending cards with fusion or polymerization in his hand to the grave. This monster gains 1000 attack for each. He discards his second copy of Polymerization to increase its attack to 3000. Unable to attack until we get back to Alexis's turn due to it being a battle royale, fodder enemy number 1 ends his turn.
Well, enemy number 1 doesn't even have a name, dude.
One of the legacy characters.
Well,
you're gonna hear me say a lot of the same things.
Dub Yuri.
It's fodder enemy number 2's turn and the anti-penultimate turn of the duel. He draws. His opening hand consists, oh god, here we go, Armor K9 Cannon Boxer, Armor K9 Bullcopter,
is it the same hand?
Refusion, and 2 mysterious cards. He summons Armor Canine Cannon Boxer. When summoned, its effect summons an Armor Canine in his hand of a lower level than itself. He summons the level 2 Armor Canine Bullcopter. Since Bullcopter was special summoned, its effect activates, letting him add a polymerization from his deck straight to his hand. He adds
What are these guys playing?
Using his Cannon Boxer and Bullcopter on the field together to make full Armor Canine Bull Fortress. He activates its effect. He sends polymerization and refusion to the grave to increase Bull Fortress attack by 2,000. Unable to attack.
What is they doing the same thing?
Number 2 ends his turn. Now we've all just had a case of deja vu there, but have you?
They use completely new stuff for the most part. Yeah, exactly.
It's fodder enemy number 3's turn, and the
They
penultimate
don't get
turn
names.
of the duel. He draws. His opening hand consists, get
No
ready,
way.
Armor Canine Cannon Boxer, Armor Canine Bull Copter, Polymerization, Refusion, Fusion Recovery, and Fusion Reserve.
Okay, at
He
least it's a
summons
complete
Armor
hand.
Canine Cannon Boxer.
But
When
they
summoned,
do
its
the
effect summons
same.
an Armor Canine in his hand with a lower level than itself. He summons his level 2 Armor Canine Bull Copter. Since the spell is special summoned,
Bro, why are we
polymerization
watching
from his deck
this?
straight to his hand. He adds
What was the
polymerization
point of
and
adding this to the
reactivates it
video?
Using his Cannon Boxer and Bull Copter together to make full Armor Canine Bull Fortress. He activates
Alright,
its
we're watching it for
effects.
comedic
He sends
purpose, I guess.
polymerization, Refusion, Fusion Recovery, and Fusion Reserve from his hand to the graveyard to increase the attack of Bull Fortress by 4,000. Unable to attack until we get back to Alexis' turn, fodder enemy number 3 ends his turn. What? So it's the same turn 3 times in a row,
Yeah,
but
why?
with incrementally better discards to make their monsters more powerful. But no, there's absolutely no protection on these fields, so
Yeah.
let's see how it goes. It's Alexis'
This
turn,
is the last
and
turn.
the final turn
Yeah.
of the duel. She draws and gets Machine Angel Ritual. She activates it immediately. This ritual spell is used to summon any Cyber Angel Ritual monster. She tributes her level 4 Etwell Cyber on the field, along with her level 6 Cyber Prima in her hand, to summon the level 10 Cyber Angel Vrash. Vrash's on-summon effect activates. It destroys all fusion monsters the opponent controls, and then inflicts 1,000 damage to the owner that each one destroys. Then this monster can attack this turn equal to the number of monsters it destroyed by this effect. All 3 Bull Fortresses are destroyed.
That's
Fodder
so
enemy
dumb,
takes
dude.
1,000 damage.
You can attack each one
Alexis
for 2,000
moves into a
damage.
battle phase and uses Cyber Angel Vrash's 3 attacks to attack each one of them directly. And
That's
just
so
like
funny.
that, Alexis wins the duel. Now, very obviously, there was no alternative plays that anyone could have done with that they would have known logically to do. They played
What
the
a
best
card.
possible duel they could with what they had, and unfortunately, it was lacking. And fun fact, even if the fodder enemies would have gone first, so they would have been the first ones allowed to attack, they still probably would have lost because they would have made their ultimate fusion boards. We go to Alexis' turn, she just does the play she does anyway, it wipes their boards. One of the fodder enemies has no cards in his hand now. The second one has 1 card in his hand, I think. And the last one has 3 mysterious cards. Don't know what those are, but then they still need to get over a 3,000 attack Vrash. And she also has that mysterious set card, plus whatever she draws this turn and those other mysterious cards in hand. Yeah, she's looking pretty safe and sound.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah, I feel like there was no
one
contest
way that
there.
they could have won, but it is so illogical. You can only know to do this through hindsight. So it's not a misplay. But what should they have done? They should just passed all their turns. Fodder enemy number 1, and turn 2, and turn 3. And
I guess,
go to
yeah, they could
Alexis'
just
turn.
pass. But who
Most likely
will do
she'll
that?
the same play,
Right?
because that's a big monster.
Who will do that?
She can attack directly to one of them, but she won't be able to OTK anyone. We then go back round, then they do their fusion plays, and now Alexis has to withstand 3,000, 4,000, and 6,000 attack onslaught from these 3 monsters each turn. Can she survive this? Well, it all depends on what that face down card is. I personally think she would have, but it's hard to say. But yeah,
say.
not a misplay because obviously major hindsight was needed here.
Yeah.
Nice clean win, Alexis. Ritual users must be proud. Let's see if she can do it again.
Fusion Destruction, episode 123. Oh my god. Honestly, in the dub, Yuri said it better because he told Alexis that he wants to challenge himself because if he can beat her with that deck, then he will try it also. I believe he also said that he will be surprised if Alexis survives more than 3 turns. Why is this guy so cocky? I want to know more about him. Why is he like that? He totally Cyber and Cyber Prima along machine are all older cards. Oh, they are all older cards? Oh, interesting. Didn't know that. So they didn't make new Cyber Angels. Bruh.
The duel begins and Alexis goes first. She draws and her opening hand consists of Machine Angel Absolute Ritual, Cyber Tutubon, 2 copies of Cyber Angel Natasha, Polymerization, and a mysterious card.
Random question: does Alexis have the same voice actress that she did in GX, or did she got a like recasted? Same with Aster. I think Aster probably got the same one. I don't know about Alexis. You did also beat 5 duelists at once, all of which got out powerful monsters using only Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. Classic. Yes, in the dub, amazing, amazing. Thank you. Yuri's the brat of the Yuya clones. Yeah.
Alexis starts by activating her
think.
Machine Angel Absolute Ritual. This card ritual summons any Cyber Angel ritual monster by tributing cyber monsters from the hand or field, or by shuffling them from the
both in
grave
English and
back to the
Japanese.
deck.
Nice.
She tributes her level 5 Cyber Tutubon in order to ritual summon her level 5 Cyber Angel Natasha. She summons it into defense. Due to Cyber Tutubon's effect, since it was used for a ritual summon, its effect allows Alexis to add a ritual spell in the grave back to her hand. She adds back Absolute Ritual.
All VAs returned. Wow, that's so cool. That's awesome.
Returning Cyber Tutubon in the grave back into the deck. She ritual summons a second copy of Cyber Angel Natasha into defense. The Natasha's effects are when they are targeted for an attack, while you control another cyber monster, you can negate the attack. Once per turn, you can target one face-up monster you control, gain life points equal to half its attack. If this card is in the grave, you can banish one other Cyber Angel monster from your grave, take control of one monster your opponent controls, and then summon this card. Alexis activates both of Natasha's on-field abilities. They target each other, increasing her life points by half of the attack.
This is a mix of old and new angel cards in R5. Okay.
She ends her turn. It's Yuri's turn, and he draws. His opening hand consists of Ancient Gear Golem,
oh my
Ancient
god.
Gear Wyvern, Ancient Gear
These are the old
Fortress,
cards.
Ancient Gear Catapult, Super Polymerization, and Unfinished Ancient Gear.
You gonna read the cards? He doesn't know what they do. He's reading! He's reading! That is so real.
Yuri starts by activating Ancient Gear Fortress. This continuous spell makes it so Ancient Gear monsters can't be targeted or destroyed by opponent's card effects the turn they are summoned. As well, cards and effects can't be activated in response to their summon.
I love it. Okay, I convinced. I need to watch this. I need to watch this. It's so
Yuri
good.
destroys it with his Ancient Gear Catapult. Catapult can only be activated while he controls no monsters. By destroying one card he controls, he can summon an Ancient Gear monster from his deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. He destroys Ancient Gear Fortress to summon Ancient Gear Gadget. Due to Ancient Gear Fortress's second effect, since it was destroyed, it too summons an Ancient Gear monster, but this time from the hand or grave. Yuri summons Ancient Gear Wyvern from his hand. When Wyvern is summoned, its effect adds an Ancient Gear monster from the deck to the hand. He adds Ancient Gear Reactor Dragon. Yuri activates the effect of Ancient Gear Gadget on the field,
So
which
weird,
allows
like
it
gadgets.
to treat itself as either red, yellow, or green gadget. He declares Red Gadget. Yuri tributes his Ancient Gear Wyvern and Ancient Gear Red Gadget to summon Reactor Dragon. Since it was summoned using
Ancient Gear Reactor
monster,
Dragon?
it
I
gains
haven't seen
piercing
this.
battle damage. As well, since a gadget was used for its summon, it can attack twice per turn. On top of this, Reactor Dragon can also, if it attacks an opponent, they can't use monster, spell, and trap effects until the end of the damage step, and after successfully attacking, it can destroy an opponent's spell or trap card on the field.
Okay.
And so, with all that in mind, Yuri moves into his battle phase and orders Reactor Dragon to attack one of the Cyber Angel Natashas. Natasha's effect would activate here, which would negate the attack, but Reactor Dragon prevents this. The first Natasha is destroyed. Alexis takes piercing battle damage and the first damage of the duel. Reactor Dragon attacks again and destroys the second Natasha. Yuri moves into his main phase 2 and sets Unfinished Ancient Gear face down and ends his turn. Now, this is a fantastic first turn off Yuri. Probably one of the best plays he could do with this deck. At first, I thought there is a better play he could have done. In fact, he could have won very clean.
Got him so slack. He was just reading the cards. Come on. He it's his first time playing with this structure deck. Like, everything is justified. Come on. Like, he just picked up that deck.
First turn. What was this play? Well, this is what I thought he could have done. Since we know Fusion Honor students have Chaos Ancient Gear Giant in their extra deck, that would have been the card to push for game with. To do this, he would have needed to activate the continuous spell, then use Catapult to blow it up, summon Ancient Gear Hunting Hound from the deck, and then Wyvern from his hand. Add Ancient Gear Box with Wyvern, use Hunting Hound's first effect to deal 600 burn damage. Then activate Hunting Hound's second effect, which allows it to fuse itself with monsters in the hand and field. Fuse it with Wyvern on the field and Golem and Box in the hand to summon Chaos Ancient Gear Giant. Chaos Ancient Gear Giant can attack every monster once each. It does piercing battle damage and shuts off monsters' effects in the battle phase. So attack both Cyber Angels, that's 7,000 damage. GG, right? Well, no. It turns out that the anime version of Chaos Giant is very, very different.
I didn't know there was a
the
card
real
from
version.
this
Not only
this
does
anime.
it not have piercing, its fusion materials are actually ridiculous. Instead of any 4 Ancient Gear monsters, it's instead Ancient Gear Hunting Hound, double Ancient Gear Hunting Hound, triple Ancient Gear Hunting Hound, and ultimate Ancient Gear Hunting Hound.
They have to be those in particular?
Crazy!
Yeah, that's insane.
Realistically, summon that in a duel naturally. You've got to make, so 1 Hunting Hound, then 2 Hunting Hounds and Polymerization for the second
So
one.
because you don't need polymerization since the Hunting
3
Hounds have built-in fusion effect.
And Polymerization for the third one.
You still
And then
need
you
very
also
specific
need to use
monsters.
one of those, plus another monster, plus Polymerization, and then you need to get it back to the field so that you can use Polymerization again to fuse it. That's like 14 different cards, roughly, that you need to use. I don't think my maths was great there, but that's mad. It makes sense why Dennis, when he summoned this monster, used Chaos Ancient Gear Fusion, which cheesed it out.
Yeah,
it turns out
obviously.
the play that Yuri did was actually one of the best possible plays he could have done.
But
so
not the best,
pretty
but
good. I guess it's time we move on to the penultimate turn of the duel. But just before we do, don't forget to subscribe. We're getting
dragon,
closer
I
and
think, for
closer
some
to
reason, is Yuri in
400,000
Master Duel,
subscribers,
bruh.
and every little helps. So if you want to watch more of these kinds of videos, then subscribe. And if you're already subscribed,
This
and
is
on
just there
mobile,
to show
hit
off the
home
new
button.
Ancient
It's
Gear
back to
support via
Alexis,
structure deck.
and she draws Fusion Destruction.
Cool. They should
She
do that
activates
more.
the effect of one of the Natashas in her graveyard. She banishes another Cyber Angel to summon it back from the grave and take control of an opponent's monster. She banishes the other Natasha to summon it, and then takes control of Yuri's Reactor Dragon. Alexis uses Natasha's effect to increase her life points.
Yeah, they look
by
very
half
different to
of
the
Reactor
old
Dragon's
ones.
Attack. Alexis enters her battle phase, but before she can declare an attack, Yuri activates his set Unfinished Ancient Gear. This lets him summon an Ancient Gear monster in his hand into defense, ignoring its summoning conditions. The summoned monster's attack and defense are halved, however, it can't be destroyed by a battle this turn. Yuri summons Ancient Gear Golem into defense. Alexis orders Reactor Dragon to attack it twice, dealing piercing battle damage both times. Alexis moves into her main phase 2 and activates her Fusion Destruction continuous spell. By discarding Polymerization in her hand, she can look at the opponent's deck and then banish up to 3 cards that have Polymerization or Fusion in their name.
What?
The opponent then takes 300 damage for each card banished.
That's such a specific
if the opponent
card.
activates a Polymerization or Fusion spell or trap card, this card can negate the activation and destroy it, and then inflict 300 damage to the opponent. Unaware that Super Polymerization is currently in Yuri's hand and having no way to rip it from his hand since this card only deals with the deck, Alexis looks at his deck and banishes 3 copies of the original Polymerization. Yuri takes 900 damage. Alexis ends her turn.
It looks so
Sadly,
silly.
with the cards that she had in her hand, this is the best that Alexis could have done.
Oh
She had
no,
ways
she
that
could have
could
never
win
done
here.
it.
She has 1 mysterious card in her hand. The only way she could have won is if this card was Cyber Tutu.
Auto attack
Since
directly?
it is weaker than the opponent's monsters, it is allowed to attack directly, and that would have been game. But she just probably doesn't have this card in her hand. It's a lot of ifs and buts.
Yeah,
but
ifs and
yeah,
buts.
unfortunately, she couldn't win here. It's Yuri's turn. And the final
and
turn
when,
of
but
the
never
duel.
is.
He draws and gets Ancient Gear
Potential
Workshop.
duelist.
He activates it. This lets him
Okay.
add an Ancient Gear monster in his grave to his hand. He adds back Ancient Gear Wyvern. He summons it to the field and then uses its effect to add Ancient Gear Box from his deck to his hand. He discards it to pay the cost to activate his Super Polymerization Quick Play spell.
Jesus.
This card uses monsters on both sides of the fields as fusion materials. Cards and effects cannot be activated in response to this card's activation. This means Alexis's Fusion Destruction can't negate this card's activation. And so, Yuri fuses his Ancient Gear Wyvern, Ancient Gear Golem, and Reactor Dragon on Alexis's side of the field to summon Ultimate Ancient
Oh
Gear
my
Golem.
god.
This monster has piercing.
That's the guy from
and
the
turns off spells and traps in the
from the
battle
last
phase.
duel.
Yuri enters
GX.
his battle phase and attacks
Not last
Cyber
duel, but you know what I
Angel
mean.
Natasha. Unable to negate
The graduation
attacks,
one, yeah,
as
that
Natasha
one.
needs another Cyber Angel on the field to use its effects. Alexis's life points drop
Yeah, we
to
saw all the
0.
context in this video.
Yuri wins
I'm familiar.
the duel. Unfortunately, this is an open and shut case. Alexis had absolutely no ways to win this duel, unfortunately. I do think it's a little bit of a problem of the script writers giving her not a very varied hand. Like, she had one play and wasn't even an offensive play. It was mainly just defensive. Stealing the opponent's monster is pretty cool, but
She got a bad hand.
ritual stuff in this duel, really. It's kind of a shame. Personally, I would have liked it if Alexis did a little bit more on this duel, getting out more of the Cyber Angel ritual monsters.
Yeah, to see more of her.
But unfortunately, that's the best we got. Both of the
Damn.
GX characters in Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5 had awful win-loss records. Neither of them beat a named character.
Oh.
Asta did get a draw against Yuya, which is kind of something, but then he lost everything else. Alexis beat some no-name characters. She did OTK them. I guess that's kind of cool. But then she
Yeah.
lost to Yuri.
But that's
He was
the-
a big bad.
I mean,
so-
that is the point, right? To show you how strong Yuri is, right? Because if she can like beat like or like duelist 3 at the same time, and then she got beaten like this by Yuri, that just shows how strong Yuri is. I know that's what the script is trying to do.
it's a tough one to scale. So
Yeah.
let me know what you think about Alexis in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5 series. What did you think of this duel? Other than that, though, check
I'm
out
so
the
glad
videos
I'm not an
if you
Alexis
fancy.
fan,
Don't forget to
otherwise I would be
subscribe.
pissed
Really,
right now.
really appreciate
I
it.
can
I'm
imagine the
really
people who were like
1,000
really into
and I'm
that.
really excited too. So yeah, thank you all for watching, everybody.
Like if this was is this happened to
Dragon
Zane?
Alex-
Could you imagine if it was Zane instead of Alexis? Everyone would be like rioting. Everyone would be like, what? How is that possible? Not my Zane. No, I mean it could have been someone else. Like I don't know, who else is popular in GX? Aside from Aster, I guess. Do you think the dinosaur guy? What is his name? Yeah, that guy. Nah, nobody's popular, I guess. What, Jesse? I don't think so. It would be cool. Actually, it would be cool. Can you mind if Jesse wasn't here? It would be so awesome. But yeah, thank you so much for recommending the video. Cyrus. I mean, Cyrus was always losing, let's be honest. No, not Tyrannus, Hasselberry. Oh, Hasselberry, that was what I was thinking. Yeah. Nah, I can't imagine. No one is. Yeah, no. I cannot see it. Alexis was so. Yeah, she was like done dirty in this. That sucks. Yeah. But yeah, thank you. But I don't know Hasselberry, same. Jim! Can you imagine Jim? Jim will be so funny in this. That would have been so cool getting those characters. Yeah.